Hi, I'm Dr. Nash, and I'm honored to say that I'm the first recipient of the Innovative Teachers Grant for the Career and Success Academy District. It's been very exciting. It was a whole proposal process, and when I received news that I had received this grant, I was very excited, humbled, honored, all those words about receiving this grant. I used the grant money for what is called Project MELL. MELL stands for, it's M-E-L-L. It stands for Math, Engineering, Literature Lab. I put those words together because that's what I do in my regular everyday classroom. We do mathematics, engineering, we conduct literature, and I always call my classroom a lab because in a lab you create and discover and learn. So I thought that was pretty fitting. And what happened then after I put all those things together and we actually began the hands-on work of Project MELL, we met every Friday beginning in January all the way through probably the middle of May, I believe it was. And every Friday, the classes, all of the second grade classes, that's the team I'm a part of, would bring their students into my classroom and we would read children's literature. The first book was about a young Hispanic boy who, it was called Across the Bay, who was trying to reach his father, and all of the hard work he did to get around the bay because he could not go across the bay. And from that book, we had the students build bridges. It was quite a process. We had all kinds of amazing hands-on work going on. The students were, I was so proud of them, how they persevered and problem solved and really stayed with the work because it was pretty challenging. They had books with just pictures that they had to look at and figure out the pieces and all of those things. They learned so much about bridges and one another. And one of the things that they talked about a lot was how wonderful it was to be a part of a team that was supportive and helped them solve the challenges that they encountered. Another piece of literature then that we worked with was a book about the first gentleman who, the African-American gentleman who, but he won the first race car race, and it was amazing watching them build their own race cars. We used Magna blocks, we used Legos, all kinds of tools to create race cars. And they learned so much about the aerodynamics of what makes a car go faster, slower, what causes friction. It was truly a full hands-on STEM project of math, and I probably could have put an S in the word Project MELLS because we had so much science going on as well. I was just very proud of the students because they really stayed with it, and students who normally would have been withdrawn or might have wanted to work more independently jumped right into their teamwork and drew their designs. Each of them had an engineering lab book where they took care of their engineering notes, and they would draw their designs and make notes of what went well and what was challenging. They kept lists of how they problem solved those problems and why certain things did go well. So they did a really nice job with all of those pieces. What was exciting then, they had built all these bridges, different types of bridges, they had built different types of race cars. We had a culminating school-wide display then. And it wasn't a display where people just sort of walked by. The students each sat with their display boards where they had created the design, showed the designs of their cars and bridges, where they had their notes about what went well and what was challenging. And they sat with their models that they had created. Visiting classes would come from all over the building and come and sit with them, and the children were able then to explain what they had done, what went well, what was exciting. And I think one of the students I overheard really captured the essence of this Project MELL work that we had done. One of the students that was there talking to him asked him, what did you really like about the Project MELL and what was hard? And this little boy, his name was Charlie, sat there and he thought about it for a moment. He said, well, I love Project MELL, and what I found is that it was really hard. It was a lot of fun, but it was really hard. And as I kept working and I didn't give up, I realized that I was a real engineer. And it makes me get a little choked up because that's what the goal was, that these students would understand they're engineers and they can do it, and they did. And I'm very, very proud of them. In my closing remarks, I want to make sure that I say thank you. It's a long list of thank yous. Thank you to the district for this opportunity of using grant money for such an incredible project. Thank you to the administration for making this opportunity possible for myself and for the students. I know I grew both personally and professionally, and the students definitely grew. We saw a huge impact on their classwork and their perseverance across the board. So I want to say thank you to my team who also stepped up and rearranged their schedule so that the students could be a part of this project every single Friday for the entire stretch of 5 months. I want to thank the parents who were supportive. I want to thank their incredible stick to it with us. I mean, the things that they donated as well. I want to thank my friends who came. I had Scarlet Day was a part of it. I know that many people stopped in. The teachers from other classrooms were really impressed with what was going on. Again, thank you to my friend Rob and Emma who came in and supported us and were part of everything. It was a very meaningful project. It became really a district-wide community project. It was far beyond my little classroom and even second grade. It became a building district-wide incredible experience of being engineers. And I have so many people to thank for that.